Good Thursday evening and welcome to the Ncwlife Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. Yes, dry and hot out there. In fact, smoky today. In fact, there's three reasons why we're seeing such smoke-filled skies around the area today. Of course, the residual smoke from the Turtle Rock fire. Also, fires up in British Columbia coming down along a light north wind into Washington. And believe it or not, we are seeing smoke even from fires all the way over in Siberia, riding the jet stream right into the Pacific Northwest. So the combination of those three factors bringing us these hazy, smoky skies, but hasn't kept our temperatures down much. And this is what we expect through the rest of our week and into our weekend. Not much change. Today into the mid and upper 90s. Tomorrow, mid to upper 90s as well. Saturday, we'll be flirting with 100 degrees. The same for Sunday. And look at those temperatures on Monday, upper 90s to 105 degrees. Before our weather pattern finally changes a little bit on Tuesday, when we will, if you can call it that, cool back into the lower 90s. Also, there is a chance with the heat and some clouds riding down from the north, a chance for thunderstorms. It will mainly be in the mountains to our north. The orange area is where we could see a chance for isolated showers. We're talking Omak up into Colville. The best chance will be over by the Spokane and Panhandle of Idaho area, but it is a possibility. And we'll talk about our weather forecast throughout the rest of this week and as we head into the upcoming weekend a little bit later on. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. A Rock Island man has been arrested and charged with murder in the death of his wife. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office reports the Turtle Rock fire near Lincoln Rock State Park is now 80% contained and estimated at 720 acres. And Grant County prosecutors have offered a plea deal to one of three suspects in the 2016 murder of Quincy resident Jill Sundberg near Royal City. But first, we begin tonight. Sad news to begin the broadcast tonight. Authorities have now identified the young girl involved in a fatal traffic accident in the Leavenworth area last night. Chelan County Coroner Wayne Harris says 9-year-old Emma Davenport of Leavenworth was struck and killed by a motorist at around 6:30 Wednesday night on Icicle Road near the intersection of Prowell Street. Sheriff Brian Burnett says a Chelan County deputy who was responding to a different non-emergency witnessed the collision and immediately requested medical aid and additional deputies. The deputy then began life-saving measures until being relieved by responding medical aid units. Attempts to revive the child were unsuccessful. An investigation was conducted last night and will continue today with the assistance of the Washington State Patrol. The sheriff says the driver of the vehicle did not show any signs of impairment. Traffic was detoured onto East Leavenworth Road until around 11 p.m. A Rock Island man has been arrested and charged with murder in the death of his wife. Douglas County Sheriff Kevin Morris tells us how events unfolded.
We were dispatched to a welfare check because a 68-year-old lady did not show up to work, and that was unusual. Deputy went there and didn't get an answer at the door, and for community caretaking, he went inside and he found her. Unfortunately, she was deceased and had some severe trauma to her head. And the investigation continued on through the night. We, with the assistance of WSP's crime scene team, our investigators working with a couple of WSP detectives worked through the night. Ultimately, they ended up arresting her husband for murder in the second-degree domestic violence. The investigation is still extremely active. As a matter of fact, our investigators right now are actively serving warrants and continuing. So right now, this is all the information that we're able to release. But as soon as we get more information that we're able to release, we certainly will do that.
The victim has been identified as 68-year-old Peggy M. Tulilo of Rock Island. Arrested and booked into the Chelan County Regional Jail for murder is her 68-year-old husband, Yuli L. Tulilo, also of Rock Island. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office reports the Turtle Rock fire near Lincoln Rock State Park is now 80% contained and estimated at 720 acres. A Level 1 evacuation advisory posted for one residence has been lifted, and boating restrictions between Orondo and Turtle Rock have been dropped since aircraft will not be accessing the Columbia River to fight that fire. Fire officials say the fire may be fully contained later today. A demobilization of BLM and DNR resources continued throughout the day today. Well, the Columbia Basin Herald reports that Grant County prosecutors have offered a plea deal to one of 3 suspects in the 2016 murder of Quincy resident Jill Sundberg near Royal City. The plea deal was offered by the state to 27-year-old Julio Cesar Albaran Verona and involves the defendant entering a guilty plea to second-degree murder in connection with the December 2016 slaying of Sundberg, with an agreed sentencing recommendation of 220 months, which is a little over 18 years in prison. Albaran Verona would be required to testify against all co-defendants in the Sundberg case, as well as the defendants who are currently charged in that Royal City murder. He would also be required to fully cooperate with investigators and submit to interview requests. Albaran Verona is currently charged with first-degree murder with aggravating circumstances of armed with a firearm, acting with deliberate cruelty, drive-by shooting, and kidnapping, and in the lesser second-degree murder. Sundberg's body was recovered December 22, 2016, off of the old Vantage Highway near George. Well, coming up next, the East Wenatchee City Council was given the green light to the city's Gateway Park project. For the 35th time, the public will have the opportunity to meet local neighborhood police officers for the annual National Night Out event. And the law enforcement music video lip sync fad is sweeping the country, with police departments from numerous cities taking up the challenge, including the Seattle Police Department. We'll show you. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLife Evening News.
So Pam, how's your mom doing?
She's okay. She's struggling. She'd like to stay in her house, and it's getting harder for her to do the daily chores.
What kinds of problems is she having?
Just basic house cleaning, you know, taking care of her house, yard work, taking care of her medicine.
Mm-hmm. It does sound exhausting.
It is very exhausting, and I always worry about her.
Aging and adult care can assist you or your loved one to remain comfortably and safely in their own home. Contact them today to start the conversation.
Oh, hey, Nate. What you doing there?
I'm just reading a book.
A book? I didn't even know they made those anymore. Where'd you get it?
Right down the street at Ye Olde Bookshop.
Ye Olde Bookshop. I'm gonna go check it out.
If you're looking for a good book to read, or you're in the market for some beautiful handcrafted creations from local artisans, look no further than Ye Olde Bookshop right in the heart of downtown Wenatchee.
With 15,000 square feet to explore, you'll find something special at the Antique Mall at Cashmere. For the do-it-yourselfers and those with a keen eye for making something old fresh and new again, the Antique Mall at Cashmere is the place to come find your next project. From the coin enthusiasts to avid collectors, Antique Mall at Cashmere has treasures in every corner. Come find your treasure today. Antique Mall at Cashmere's friendly staff is here to help. Stop on by today.
Welcome back. In another news, the East Wenatchee City Council is giving the green light to the city's Gateway Park project. At their scheduled Tuesday meeting, all council members except for Chuck Johnson voted in favor of proceeding with the project, which will be located at 9th Street and Valley Mall Parkway. When bidding on the project began in April, 2 offers were submitted to the city, and both were almost $300,000 higher than the city engineer's original estimate. Now, after downsizing and a few design adjustments, the project will proceed. The city of East Wenatchee provided this video rendering of how part of the Gateway project might look. The Gateway project will also include a park and community plaza on property the city purchased in 2015. Total cost of that project is estimated at just under $517,000. Construction is expected to begin in the spring. Well, for the 35th time, the public will have the opportunity to meet local neighborhood police officers for the annual National Night Out event. The community event promotes police-community partnerships to keep neighborhoods safer, more caring places to live. The event will also feature entertainment, kids' games, and free food. Those attending will also have the chance to check out the law enforcement vehicles and vendor booths. National Night Out is Tuesday, August 7th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. at Centennial Park in downtown Wenatchee. Well, the law enforcement music video lip sync fad is sweeping the country, with police departments from numerous cities taking up the challenge. The Seattle Police Department released their video earlier this week. Check it out.
Tonight, the viral video craze of the summer. Police departments all across the country competing in an epic lip sync battle.
Killing the game, about to catch a body. Past the heartbeat, Dookie on the Ducati. Timberland, Khaled, Scott Storch, Birdman, got there. Man, everybody got Bugattis. But I'ma keep a hella 1987, head into the dealership and drop a stack and cop a Kawasaki. I'm stunning on everybody, hella raw past the wasabi. I'm so low that my smoke is almost dragging up on the concrete. My seat is leather, I ride a line, it's pleather. But girl, we can still ride together. You don't need a Uber, you don't need a cab, or get a bus pass, you got a moped, man. She got 1988, Mariah Carey hair, very rare. Mom jeans on her derriere, throwing up the west side as we tear in the air. Stop by Pipe Place, throwing fish to up.
Not bad. Not to be outdone, though, the Moses Lake Police Department has accepted a challenge from the Longview Police Department to produce their own music video. They plan to shoot that video tonight and have invited the community to join in. If you want to be in that video, show up at the Moses Lake Police Department at about 6:30 p.m. They're going to do the Cha-Cha Slide by Mr. C, if you know what that is, and if you know somebody who would like to be in the video, pass this message along. You're watching the NCWLife Evening News. Coming up next, your sports update with Eric Granstrom and our feature story tonight. That and much more still to come right here on the NCWLife Evening News. Stay with us.
Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house, featuring great family dining in downtown Chelan. We've got burgers, pub fare, and the best barbecue around. Try one of our award-winning sauces made fresh here in-house. So grab the whole gang and come on down. Stormy Mountain Brewing. Beer, barbecue, friends, and beer.
Todd's a great boss. Sometimes he can be a little intense.
Adam, how about a lunchtime run?
I'd love to, Todd, but I gotta... Oh, Mr. Jones, you made it! I'm glad you could make it. You're really gonna love our lifetime warranty on all new Hondas. Let's walk and talk.
Oh, the running thing? It gets them hustling. I consider myself a great motivator.
You don't want to see this happen. It's the oil light on your car. Oil is the lube of life for your car's engine. At Alignment Pros and Express Lube, they pour the best oil your car deserves. Expect fast, friendly, superior service in a clean environment. They'll change your oil and perform a 21-point inspection while you enjoy the comfort of their amazing waiting room. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLife channel.
And a good Thursday. We'll start things off with the local baseball team. Wenatchee Apple Sox walked off on a throwing error by Cowlitz in the 11th inning last night to beat the Bears 8-7. Cowlitz looked like they were going to run away with this one with a landslide, scoring 6 runs in the 2nd inning.
The right-hander comes set and delivers. Swung on, hit the other way, and this ball's going to get down to the side of Prater. Goes back to the wall. Both Burton and Sosa will score. Digging in for second and getting there standing is Mitchell. The Black Bears have batted around in the top of the 2nd inning, and they lead 6-0.
That's Joel Norman with the call on the Apple Sox Radio Network. Video courtesy of the Facebook live stream from the Sox. Wenatchee down 7-2 in the 8th, but they came all the way back.
hard by Prater with runners at second, third. It's going to drop down in right center. Coming in is one run. Here's the other, and the Sox have tied it up. 7-7. Bottom of the 8th inning and a 5-run outburst.
Finally, in the 11th inning with 2 aboard to start the inning on singles by J.T. Swartz and Isaac Barrera, Jordan Rathbone laid a bunt down the third baseline. You can't really see it very well, but you'll kind of get the picture.
Rathbone can win it. Infield is in, though. Suspecting another bunt. He hints at, and he does show bunt, puts it down third base side. No one covering third, so easily heading over there will be the runner, but the throw's thrown away into right field. The Sox are going to walk it off. The Sox walk it off. Sosa threw it away.
The Winds snapped a 4-game losing streak at home and a 6-game losing streak to Cowlitz. Swartz finished 3 for 5 with 2 runs, while Jacob Prater was 3 for 6 with 2 big RBIs. 2 teams play the rubber match of the 3-game set tonight at 7:05. Also in the West Coast League last night, as we go to the Les Schwab scoreboard, Chandler Anderson's 2-run single in the bottom of the 5th was the difference for Corvallis. They beat Kelowna in a pitcher's duel. Connor Redmond went 7 2/3 for the Knights, allowing make that 1 run on 4 hits with 8 strikeouts. Dusty Stroop was 2 for 4 with a run and 2 RBIs to lead Bellingham past Port Angeles 9-2 at Joe Martin Field. Brady McVeigh and 2 relievers combined on an 8-hit shutout in Portland's 4-0 win at Bend. Sam Nowitzki led the offensive attack for the Pickles, going 2 for 5 and driving in 2 runs. Harrison Spone's solo home run in the bottom of the 7th broke a 3-3 tie, and that was the difference. Victoria able to edge Walla Walla 4-3. In a non-league game last night, Yakima Valley's 6-run second inning helped the Pippins to a 13-8 win over visiting Gresham. Cole Jones led 6 players in multi-hit games, going 4 for 4 with 4 RBIs. On the schedule for the West Coast League tonight, Corvallis hosting Kelowna. Port Angeles wraps up its series at Bellingham. Bend tries to get a win against Portland. Victoria sees the sweeps for another. Yakima Valley entertains Gresham once again, as we mentioned, Wenatchee hosting Cowlitz with a game time at 7:05. Well, the Eastmont Athletic Department has announced its Hall of Fame class for 2018. Coaches being recognized are swimming coach Craig Martin and girls basketball coach Dale Lambert. Athletes being inducted are Courtney Johnson from the class of 2000 and Shannon Spees from the class of 96. The team induction will be the 2002 Girls State Champion Track Team. Induction ceremony will take place on Friday, September 14th at halftime of Eastmont's football game with Ellensburg. Well, Gene Segura's RBI single in the bottom of the 8th broke a 2-2 tie to help the Mariners beat San Francisco 3-2 yesterday at Safeco Field. Segura helped give the Mariners the lead in the first as it was broadcast on Facebook Watch Live.
Field's back, and Segura clubs one to left center. Hits it well. Duggar on the run. At the track, makes the catch. Gordon will tag and jog home, and Seattle has a 1-0 start. And there's one out. Here comes Ryan Healy. Cranks that one. Deep center. Duggar back. Gone! Crawford pops it back behind third. Seager after it. Span is in. Dives, and he won't get it. It's off his glove. Crawford on his way to second. Head first dive. He's in with a double. Here comes Pence. Pence a broken bat into right field, and it falls for a hit. Crawford around third. It's dropped in right. Pence isn't stopping. Into second. He's bounced that up the middle into center field. That's a hit. Duggar has it. Heredia around third. The throw's offline, and it goes all the way to the screen. Down to the last out. Got him. Diaz shuts the door.
Mariners have the day off today. They'll be in Anaheim to take on the Angels tomorrow. Let's take a look back to the Les Schwab scoreboard for the rest of the American League West last night. Oakland beat Texas 6-5, Colorado over Houston 3-2, and LA topped Chicago 11-3. Seattle still trails in the American League West by 5 games. Finally, the Seattle Seahawks. Players reported to Virginia Mason Athletic Center today to start their 2018 training camp. Well, they walked in yesterday. They took part in team run and team meetings. Club's first practice set for today along the shores of Lake Washington. The team put together a little pump-up video for the fans. Let's take a look. Seahawks training camp brought to you by Safeway. That's sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCWLife channel. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. Time now for our weekly Kennel Cameos feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. In tonight's featured story, NCW Life's Megan McPherson introduces us to Zoe the cat.
Megan here with the NCW Life channel. We're here with Renee Parkins, the Development Officer of the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. And Zoe was feeling a little bit shy today, so she's not here with us. She would rather be in her little kennel.
It's kind of warm outside.
Taking a nap.
So she's taking a nap and relaxing.
She's taking a nap. But can you tell us about Zoe?
Yeah, Zoe was brought to us. She was surrendered by her family. They just had some changes in circumstances, and so she was brought to us to find a new home for her. She's so beautiful, for starters, but she's really got a really sweet temperament when she gets to know you. And she can be a little shy at first, though, as you saw.
Yeah. So. And how's she around kids and other dogs, other cats?
So Zoe grew up in a house with kids. She probably would do better without kids at her new home, but she did coexist pretty well with a dog, so we know that she's done that in the past, so it might work in a new house. As far as other cats go, it didn't say, so I don't think she's been exposed to that, so we're not sure how that would be.
And if somebody wants to give Zoe home, what should they do?
They just need to come down to the shelter, meet her, spend some time with her, let her warm up a little bit. She is, like I said, shy, but then they can fill out her adoption paperwork and take her home today. And if you want to see more information about Zoe or look at additional pictures, they can always visit our website and check her out there, WenatcheeHumane.org.
The Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is located at 1474 South Wenatchee Avenue and is open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at WenatcheeHumane.org. This has been Kennel Cameos at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society.
We'll be back with the recap of some of our top stories and your complete local weather forecast right after this.
It's a free walk-in job search assistance center. It is designed to help job seekers with the tools that they need to find a job. We have partnered with libraries in 5 other cities providing the same types of services that we offer here, just there.
Just walk in, we have laptops, and we can help you with resume, cover letter.
All of our services are paid for by the revenues earned in our store. Goodwill is just a tool that the community is using to help their neighbors find a job. Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
Eastern Washington. It's a great place to call home and a great time to own a home. It's the ideal place to lay down roots for your family and your future. Gisa Credit Union thinks Eastern Washington is a great place to own a home too. That's why we offer all kinds of home loans with personal attention every step of the way. We're your home. For home loans, we're Gisa Credit Union.
Walk and Roll Wenatchee's Asian Express is fast, fresh food. Wenatchee Roll's new Poke Hawaiian Fresh Salad Bar is the best. Fresh greens, fresh seafood, and handmade sauces. You know what you want. At Walk and Roll, create your own style meal. Hot off the line chicken, beef, and veggie plates. Lunch or dinner to match your appetite. Fresh sushi, hot entrees, Poke Fresh Salad Bar. It's new. It's Walk and Roll Wenatchee, fast, fresh food your way. Located on 5th and Mission.
Welcome back to the NCW Life Evening News. Once again, sad news to report tonight. Authorities have now identified the young girl involved in a fatal traffic accident in the Leavenworth area last night. Chelan County Coroner Wayne Harris says 9-year-old Emma Davenport of Leavenworth was struck and killed by a motorist at around 6:30 Wednesday night on Icicle Road near the intersection of Prowell Street. Sheriff Brian Burnett says a Chelan County deputy who was responding to a different non-emergency witnessed the collision and immediately requested medical aid and additional deputies. The deputy then began life-saving measures until being relieved by responding medical aid units. Attempts to revive the child were unsuccessful. An investigation was conducted last night and will continue today with the assistance of the Washington State Patrol. The sheriff says the driver of the vehicle did not show any signs of impairment. Traffic was detoured onto East Leavenworth Road until around 11 p.m. A Rock Island man has been arrested and charged with murder in the death of his wife. The victim has been identified as 68-year-old Peggy M. Tulilo of Rock Island. Arrested and booked into the Chelan County Regional Jail for murder is her 68-year-old husband, Yuli L. Tulilo, also of Rock Island. Time now for a check of our north central Washington weather forecast. And before we get into the details of that, let's take a look outside our kind of hazy weather window today. We're seeing fires from Siberia, from British Columbia, and also some residual smoke from the Turtle Rock fire. And we are seeing lots of that smoky sky out there today. This looking down from our Rock Island camera at Rock Island. You can see looking back at Wenatchee. It's been kind of one of those days, hasn't it? Hot, sticky, and now the smoke added in. It's made it kind of miserable out there this afternoon. Let's take a look at what we're seeing on our surface loop. Once again, we're going to our temperature map because they are scorching hot and even getting hotter as we move into the upcoming weekend. This afternoon, temperatures basically we're in the mid to upper 90s. For Friday, we'll stay about the same. Once again, if you want cooler air, head east over into Montana, Wyoming, and into Idaho. Temperatures there in the 60s and 70s. As we get into the weekend now, notice the dark orange and reds. We will be pushing 100 degrees on Saturday. By Sunday, even a little bit warmer possibly than that. But one thing to look at, look up around the northwest corner of Washington State, especially as we move into Monday, which by the way will be the hottest day that we'll probably see so far this year. But you can see that counterclockwise circulation just off the northwest Washington coast. That will move into our area on Tuesday and especially Wednesday, where we will see a cool down and possibly the chance for some showers. So this heat wave looks like it will end early into the middle of next week. Let's take a look now at your quick lube and tune forecast. Tonight, mild overnight low of 70 degrees expected. We're going to stay in the 70s for the next 4 nights. On Friday, sunny and hot, 97, near 100 as we kick off our weekend on Saturday, our final weekend of July. Sunday, sunny and very hot, 100 degrees. And look at Monday. Record-setting temperatures Monday, 103 degrees is predicted. Tuesday, 95, then we'll cool down even a little bit more on Wednesday with a high temperature then of 91. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around north central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from Localtel sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV Set Free. Enjoy the extra value Localtel delivers with TV everywhere. Visit localtel.net and sign up today.
Lake Chelan Mailboxes is a small place with a lot to offer. Job one is shipping and receiving from A to Z. They pack it, they label it, they ship it. But did you know we also offer notary service, online computer access, legal forms, copies, greeting cards, and of course, mailboxes. Chelan Mailboxes, everything you need in one small package.
Looking for a hands-on, high-demand job? Now is the perfect time to get trained for a career in manufacturing. Washington currently has a shortage of skilled tradespeople, and retirements are making room for more. The machining program at Wenatchee Valley College is designed to give students the foundation to excel in this precision industry. Don't wait, there are only 15 spots left. A 2-year degree and a 1-year certificate are available. Learn more at wvc.edu/machining.
Stay up to date with what's happening in North Central Washington. Go to the NCW Life Community Calendar at ncwlife.com.
I'm Mark Miller, and you're watching the NCW Life Channel.